So this Gucci Man situation is getting insane. So as you guys already know, Gucci Man was allegedly robbed by Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 and his dad, and they also allegedly robbed the freaking engineers and people that's in the studio, right? So and this whole shit has had the internet on fire. As you guys know, this shit happens in happened in January. As I'm hearing now, Big 30 is in custody still, and Pooh Shiesty is still in custody after all this time. And I'm just like, allegedly, Pooh Shiesty, not Pooh Shiesty, Big 30 posted bond, but they put him on a hold because they're not smart, bro. If you know you got an anchor monitor on, if you got an anchor mate, you should not be wanting to do no play. You should not be wanting to do nothing. But the story is so fucking funny because they're saying that he allegedly went to Staples and got copies of a contract and thought that was, bro, it's no in hell Pooh Shiesty was in prison all that time. And you telling me that's the way he thought? He didn't tell me he didn't pick up no book, the law library. He didn't pick up nothing. He just thought that we could just go to Staples, you know? Let's get a contract out. We're gonna make this nigga sign it because nigga, he don't owe me. So this all started with allegedly Yo Gotti. They saying Yo Gotti was also one of the factors in this because I guess he wanted to get signed to Yo Gotti. He had a song also with Glorilla, but Gucci Man did not release it because him and Yo Gotti got issues. So we gotta clock this T because this shit is getting crazy. This shit getting crazy. And then some of the allegations is saying that they unscrewed Gucci earrings and shit. Bro, like that part is insane. They stole this dude wedding ring. They stole all kind of shit. I guess the studio that was at was somewhere in Texas. And I guess it was in a spot that was like kind of like it was different than a regular studio, they said. So it was like a high-end setup. And I guess they, based on what I've been seeing so far, they saying that Pooh Shiesty was familiar there because he'd been there and recorded there before, so it wasn't an unknown location. Gucci Man also released a song, I believe 2 days ago. Today is April 11th, but I believe 2 days ago, called Crash Dummy, which he's basically antagonizing him, and he basically was like, you thought you was gonna get your get back, you thought you was gonna get that, you ain't getting shit. And that is crazy. I'm gonna play a little snippet of it because this is crazy.
You went out like a real crash dummy, and after all that, but you still signed to me? I'm like Birdman and nigga, this my cash money, and your fat ass flunky, he a stone cold junkie. You know I got my bread up, I always keep my head up. I thought it was a business meeting, but it was a setup. I walk in the room, you can feel the pressure building. Nigga got me up the whole time they front against me. I don't take.
So the video was sped up a little bit because of copyright reasons, but I wanted to add some context to it because this shit is insane. So people are saying allegedly that song right there was him basically describing what happened and proving that it happened. And some people saying that he should have looked out for dude because he's young, he's only 26, and he should have had some mercy and just had it in the streets. But because, you know, Gucci Man allegedly done a lot of shit in the streets back in the days. So basically they was like, he should have some mercy because, you know, that could have been him, and they about to try to make him and Big 30 sitting down for like 20 to 30 years. And I don't know which one's dumb. Pooh Shiesty dad going along with it, or Pooh Shiesty thinking that was a good idea in the first place. Because after he got released, I believe in October or 6 months ago, or 7 months ago, something like that. And he thought this was a good idea, which I don't know why he thought this was a good idea. But again, nah, this is some crazy shit. He should have been in the law library. He should have been talking to the niggas that's in there. I'm pretty sure there's rappers in there. A lot of fellow rappers probably in there too. You know, but the fucked up part is in that song, he said, like, you a real crash dummy. You still signed to me. He making money even because you still signed to him. You gave this nigga a fucking Sesame Street fucking contract and just thought he was gonna just write that shit off, gang. No, Brody. No, Brody. That is crazy. So, as you guys know, I keep shit real. I keep shit solid. This whole situation was disappointing because they put in dirt on my nigga Gucci Man name. Like, Gucci Man told, Gucci Man's a snitch, Gucci Man is that, Gucci Man is this. And I'm like, nah, I keep saying it, bro. Not my boy, like not the guy that said there's some shooters in this house. There's some shooters in this house. There's a whole lot of shooters on it. Not my Gucci. Not the nigga that was in the trap houses. Not the nigga that made Trap House 3, 2, and 1. Not the nigga that made Lemonade. Not the nigga that had the First Day Out remix. He was the originator of the First Day Out. Keep shit solid. I was never snitch. This is crazy. So like I said, we got content. So we about to pull up an old interview of Gucci Man allegedly telling, hey, I don't know. People are digging through the archives, and what kind of content creator would I be if I don't pull up the old good shit to add some context? This was when he was beefing with the whole Young Jesus situation. And he shouldn't have said this. But now it's coming up because now everybody, this shit's resurfacing. Everybody talking about this shit. So let's get to it.
Yeah, I think it was a setup.
Do you have any indications on who it might be? Have you heard anything on the streets? Just whatever you feel in your own heart?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, ain't too many people got the motive to do some shit like that. I just like a detective, learn, you know what I'm saying, look at the motive, who has motive to do it. And this fuck nigga, the only nigga has motive.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight up.
So it's real serious.
You see, Gucci Man should have never said that. He should have said, I don't know. He should have kept it, I don't know. When a nigga said Jeezy, you should be like, I don't know. I would have said, I don't know. Let the streets handle it, because you talking to a journalist, Gucci Man. I rock with you the long way. So I'm trying to give you some slack, bro. I'm trying not to be biased. But bro, you cannot fucking tell shit like that, bro. Because now this shit's resurfacing because you the dude, I would never snitch. Nigga gonna have to kill me. I would never. They saying allegedly this nigga was kidnapped. Imagine, big ass Gucci Man. Nigga, Gucci Man, Trap House 3 Gucci Man. You know, Gucci Man, like, this is crazy. Like, the hardest nigga in Atlanta. Him and Boosie was at the same level for the longest. Now Boosie just went up a little bit higher now, because now his reputation is just, and I'm like, Gucci Man, like, you was our last hope. You and Boosie was our last hope. Like, we was just like, and Atlanta ain't looking good because of the whole situation with the whole Young Thug shit. But this is crazy. So next we got 1090 Jakes. He is going over some new paperwork that just dropped. He's getting detailed. He's gonna get detailed in this shit. They already got Big 30 on a prison yard already. They already got a photo. If you're a celebrity or anybody known, niggas are gonna do anything. They're gonna be outside the prison like this, trying to get that perfect shot. Just trying to get that perfect shot. Because like, this whole situation is stupid. So everybody trying to get their quick 10 seconds. Everybody trying to get their shit. But without further ado, let's get into that 1090 Jake content. Shout out to 1090 Jakes, and let's get into it. Subscribe to him too.
Feds. A picture of Big 30 on the jail yacht has already hit the internet, and Pooh Shiesty has hired a powerhouse of a legal team.
There is no contract, this mystery contract. They have no contract. They have no video of this alleged signing of a contract. They have no guns. They have no jewelry. They have none of that physical evidence. What they have is they have allegedly 5 individuals, one of them being a very well-known individual that is allegedly cooperating with the government and making these allegations against my client and many more.
Now, clearly his lawyer is sending shots at none other than the infamous Gooch, and I have new paperwork with some details y'all are gonna want to see.
As you guys can see, Gucci Man, this whole Gucci Man situation is getting crazy. Big 30 is already out there. They already getting photos of him. They getting shit like I said earlier. This shit is getting crazy. But he about to do a deep dive, and guess what? We're about to get into it. We got the content. So get what y'all gotta get. Let's get to it.
Was his security, and that's who snitched. No, bitch. This is coming from one of the biggest Gucci fans since I was 15. Gucci snitched. According to the federal paperwork, he had 2 security officers, one of which stayed in the lobby of the building, the other staying in the vehicle, and neither of the 2 ever entering the recording studio. After Gucci was robbed and brought out of the booth and into the control room where everyone else was getting robbed, his security guard who was in the lobby saw Big 30 blocking the door. That's when both guards attempted to push through the door, only to see Pooh Shiesty's gang with more Drakes than that lookalike contest. So in reality, the security didn't actually witness any of the robbing or kidnapping, they just saw commotion at the end and guns drawn. But let's look at the finer details. I was able to obtain the incident report from the Dallas Police Department, which states they responded to a robbery in which suspect Pooh Shiesty had the complainant at gunpoint and took the complainant's property. The suspect description would say he was wearing black pants, a black shirt, and a black ski mask, while the victim was none other than Roderick Delantic Davis, aka Gucci Mane. So as you guys can see, as he said before, like that Gucci Mane security was an off-duty police officer. Well, he still is. That's his security. So he rides around with off-duty security guards. So with off-duty police officers that are his security guards, right? But how do you guys feel about this shit? Like, do you feel like I mean, because it was gonna be told anyways, because the police officer he still has to report anything that he sees, anything that happens. He's still subject, no matter on duty or off duty, because he's still a cop at the end of the day. So he is still obligated to tell, right? But Gucci Mane is not obligated to tell. He has no obligation to tell. He could have just not said nothing and just let them do their job. But now they got RD, which is Roderick Davis, on the damn thing. I don't know, maybe his medication, because I know Keisha Kior, his wife, has said he's on a lot of medication. He's schizophrenic and everything like that. But this whole Gucci Mane situation is getting insane. I talked about this on my other channel. If you guys want to subscribe to that, it's my podcast channel, Back on Record, when I did another deep dive. Yeah, but I've been being consistent on both my channels. But back to the situation here. This whole situation Gucci Mane told, do you guys think he told? I mean, because the paperwork is there, and 1090 Jake, he did say he's a fan, and he's talking from a fan standpoint because he don't want to believe it, but it's true. If it's true, it's true. We can't lie about the paperwork, right? We can't even argue about the paperwork, right? So, man, Gucci, man, come on, bro, don't let me down. But I'm disappointed, bro. I can't even cap to you. I'm disappointed. Cause not Gucci, and then I wouldn't have made a song after this to make it to basically seal up that's exactly what happened. He waited months to drop this song because I guess the snitch allegations, everybody on him was already talking shit, right? So let's do a little bit more of this video, and then after that we're gonna wrap up. This is crazy. Now again, everyone was saying, oh, they robbed the security who was a cop and that's who snitched. Shut the fuck up. MM in the federal paperwork is confirmed to be Matthew Marzal, Gucci's personal photographer, and BP is confirmed to be 46-year-old Brandon Putman. Now things get even more interesting here. BP is a private chef closely associated to Gucci Mane, as he can be seen not only wearing a 1017 chain, but sporting 1017 clothing as well as attending many events such as Gucci's birthday. But things go back way further than that. BP is one of Sun Valley's originals. Sun Valley being the old apartments located in Zone 6 on Atlanta's east side of Boulder Crest Road. A hood Gucci has famously rapped about for years, and the same hood OJ the Juice Man came up out of, which is why they'd all be pictured together. BP would be tagged in old photos of Gucci in the hood, showing this wasn't just a personal chef, this was a very close friend of Gucci, possibly considered family. And in that same photo, BP would comment classic, to which someone replied, not one rat or coward among us. Well, BP would also make the news back in 2010 after Clayton County and Fulton County authorities seized over 300 pounds of marijuana valued at...
I I'ma shut the fuck up. So Ted 90 just said shut the fuck up because I was wrong, and I agree with that. I was fucking wrong. I'ma shut the fuck up because I thought the police was the one that seen it, that was involved in it. But now that I'm hearing, it was like Gucci Man. It was just Gucci Man and a few other people in there, but the security guard, the off-duty police officer, wasn't there. He was outside or somewhere in the lobby. So he wasn't directly 100% aware about what was going on until I guess maybe they heard the commotion or something like that. I don't know. But right now it's just a whole bunch of stuff rolling out every day, right? It's a whole bunch of content. But man, I can't believe this shit. They got my guy Gucci. I'm disappointed. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to do this video, man. It hurts me because Gucci Man, that guy, man. Gucci Man, I don't know. I know he. A lot of people saying that he's just in a different place in his life, and I do agree with that. But his whole reputation is built off of street shit. Like 1017, bro. This man, people used to slide. I'm pretty sure to this music, all kind of shit to this music, hit licks, all kind of shit to this music. Allegedly, I bet they probably did though. But that's crazy. But pretty much I'm gonna wrap this up. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys like my channel. It's your boy D Reacts, and again, I have another channel called Back on Record. It will be in the description. Back on Record for more bangers. If you guys mess with my content, please press that subscribe button. Comment your opinion on the situation. Again, I'm only getting better. I'm new to the content game. I'm only getting better. Only getting lit. Weekly podcasts will be on my other channel, Back on Record. If you guys want to check that out, I'm trying to build that up. That's my new second channel for podcasts. And D Reacts is my personal channel where I do my commentary and we talk about everything. And the Back on Record will be, sometimes it'll be co-hosts and different opinions, everything like that. That way it's not just me talking. But speaking of me talking, I'm out of here. You guys have a good one. Peace.